Welcome back, class, to another episode of Cosplay Academy. Today, we're going to be teaching you how to give a metal finish to your prop. Alright guys, so as you can see, we have half of our X already done and played with, just doing samples on it to kind of give that metallic look to it. Now today I'm going to show you how we achieve that by going over this other side. Now yes, as you see, we took our nerf X and we went ahead and first just primed the whole thing black and went to proceed to just beat the crap out of stuff with it just for the fun of it and kind of broke all the paint off of it. But we'll end up going back over this with a different paint later. There's a kind of hammered textured paint that I want to put on it to see if what it kind of looks like. And since this is more of a test prop than it is anything, I'm not really too concerned about it. I mean, I'll go and I'll tape over top of this and all that later. But major thing today is we want to go and get that. Now, how will we get this, achieve this, is with this weather stripping tape. It's a reflective tape that literally is like nothing but aluminum foil with sticker on it, and just tears off like it's nothing at all. Now with it, just like with the other side over here, you can see all the little wrinkles and everything on it. I mean, one side is really horrible on it versus the other, but if you do it right, I mean, plus this is foam, so naturally you're going to push down on it, and so naturally this is foam, so you're going to push down on it and it's going to wrinkle and everything, and we're trying to get a curve on, you know, this little flat piece, and naturally that's not going to work right. But if you have more of a straight piece like a sword, for example, then this will actually come out a lot smoother. Just go it over a little at a time. But just to show you on this, the piece itself is actually as wide as the main parts on it. Just hangs over just a slight bit, but then you get down like through here, and that's when it's not as wide. So what I did the first time, and I'm going to do it again this time to show you what happens with it, is I will start off with a piece here, a piece here, you know, and then I'll do another piece right over here. Then I'll just take this other piece and then I'll go along the edge with it. So just to show you, just so happened I cut my fingernails since last time, so separating this being a little more annoying. Now the longer the piece is, this will roll up on you. That's the reason I put my finger behind it, so as you can see how it's trying to roll back. If it rolls back on itself, just throw it away, because then it's just garbage at that point. But we start off by kind of just flattening it out. Now another purpose of these videos is to just show you what not to do so you don't screw it up on it. So we'll jack this up while we're doing it, so you learn not to do this. You learn from our examples. You learn from our mistakes. And we'll just actually just curl this piece down in here. And we have the first little piece on it, which actually looks really good, really smooth. It's actually the smoothest piece I've put on yet. It's first time for everything. Now let's go ahead and get our next piece here started. Hopefully. You hear rumbling in the background. That's my boys in there making a lot of noise when they're told to be quiet. Apparently they're very loud eaters. And playing with paper, which I'm not really sure what they're doing in there. Now, let's go ahead and stick our next piece. Now this metal actually does make the foam a little bit harder. I mean, naturally this is aluminum, so it's not going to make it like hard or anything like that. You can still hit somebody with it and not do any major damage, which I suggest you don't really hit anybody with it. But for like some of the movie props and skits and such like that, which we'll use it for, then yeah, I don't have to worry as much about somebody getting hurt. We just have to hit them lighter with it. And then we got the next piece on there. Now I want to hit this piece down here. I think I'm actually going to hit it more this way first. It's going a bit smoother this time since I played with it the other day and found out exactly what not to do with a lot of aspects with it. If you can, it's good to get out any bubbles that you have on here. Go ahead and take this one down. So it's funny, you can already tell this side already looks a lot better than the other side. I did this with these 3 little pieces. But this is the most of the prep work that you're going to have with it. Because see, when you go to put the next piece on, it's going to be the longer one, and that's going to be the one that's going to be a little more challenging on it. Which you'll understand why here in a moment. I'm going to go ahead and hit this upper section right here as well, because like I said, where this curls through here, this will just make this easier to do. Now when you're going and you're doing this, it is going to overlap on it. Let me pull this back a second. It's like some of the pieces I've already shown you how they went on the other side of it, and this one's going to go on the other side. You can trim this away actually once it starts getting to that other side, just to make it a lot easier for you. But for the purpose of this video, I'm wanting to show you what you're looking at with it. So I'm not doing that. You can see when you get to the other side how it starts doing, and you got this piece here. And that's where you kind of get that. So you're better off cutting those pieces off, because otherwise you're going to end up getting that, because when you're folding everything around. And you can go through and you can put slits in it as you go along, and that'll help, you know, with some of the wrinkles on it, but you're still going to get them otherwise. So your best bet would be when you're coming around, your best bet is when you're coming around to this side over through here, to actually just take like an X-Acto knife or something like that and actually just get a fine cut on it. That way it doesn't actually cross over and it just stops right in through there on it. So now let's go ahead and get this kind of curled down. Since it's aluminum, I've just taken any excess that comes over the hole, punch it in, and just smooth it down. And since this is just basic stuff, if you're just needing like a generic looking metallic weapon, this is one of the best ways of going about it, because this is cheap, inexpensive. Like I said, this is just an old Nerf axe that we've had laying around the house, and then this roll we actually picked up back in the weathering department, back in installation at Lowe's for around $3 and something. Let's see, let's put it right here. Sorry. It was like, after tax, it was like about $3.40, something like that, and it's a 30-foot roll. So I mean, you get a pretty good bit out of it. Now, the main reason I went ahead and brought it up through here, even though I had those other pieces, I had one little piece of black right there that I wanted to go ahead and wrap around. So I went ahead and just put it up there for that. Also, for the most part, though, this section through here actually did pretty well, actually. Let's go break down in there, like I said. And same here. We'll just take it. Now, like I said before, you could actually take it, cut it, and just push it in, and that would work well also. But that's not what we're after in this case. Just showing you stuff on it. So, now, let me flip this over here. We're going to continue just folding this over through here, because then you get to this lip on the end here. That dreaded fun spot. And we're just going to take it and we're just going to fold it up in here, because it looks bad, and yeah, I want you to see exactly how bad that's going to look. So you can see it's not a really pretty little fine touch to it, but for the most part you can basically see we have one side of the axe finished on it. And at the very least, this one did turn out a lot better than the other attempts, because like I said, I learned more off of it. You want to try to smooth out any little creases like you're going to have with these, to help just get you a smooth out any creases you're going to have like this, just to get you a smoother finish on it. But like I said, this is foam on a curve, so that's the main reason we had on it. Once we get an actual straighter piece, you know, it's harder wood, whatnot, then that will actually just work better on what we're actually after. But we're going to go ahead and finish off the other side and do this one now and have our completed axe. Alright guys, and here is our axe all nice and finished and metallic, giving us that lovely metal blade look without actually having any metal. It's all foam underneath it. Now, as you can see, like on the camera, it's got a really shiny appearance on it, so it makes it all stand out a bit more. One of the tips that I've learned is you can take like a steel wool and go over, just kind of scuffing it up, and it'll dull it down more on it. But if you're wanting to have a more metallic finish to your weapons or anything else that you're working on, like I said, this is a cheap and inexpensive fix on it. And actually, for most pictures, if you do this right, it's going to look really awesome, because I mean, right here on the screen, to me, this actually is looking really good on my little monitor. Except for, you know, this side is kind of crappy because it's the fold over side and more crinkled and all that. But all in all, I mean, this actually turned out really well. So make sure to drop a comment down below. Let us know on some of the things you'd like to see us work on in a future episode of Cosplay Academy. And make sure to click the like button. Let us know you enjoy these videos. Click the subscribe button and be up to date with all the latest from us here at Tri-State Otaku. And until next time, this is TK signing out.